views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the creators and do not reflect the views or opinions of any individual or organizations mentioned. The content of this video is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as factual or professional advice. Viewer discretion.
Alright, kale tuli ku Now Media UG, ladies and gentlemen, twagala obaniza mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala okutwekuumirako n'olunaku olwaleero tuzze tugenda kunyumyamuko ebigambo naddala mu entertainment industry kinaasinziira embuzi wajja na driving, but of course amanyi tugenda gasinga gateeka ku entertainment industry. For times Musavi Live waliko tekane Victor yo, and today on set we are joined by a multi-talented beautiful Azawi straight from Swans Avenue. Victor, njagala tandika naawe, what's your favorite Azawi song? What's your favorite Azawi song?
Repeat it.
Ow. Nze ndikangereko neko craving heavy. Simanyi lwaki Azawi tewatukolera
osaba video mkanda wange.
Lwaki?
Enyimba ezimu ino zirekera abantu. Yeah. Nekirala abamwe yonna singa nali wa shooting sene ndandisigazaawo.
Ate echa performance enyimba zino mu performance zo mukikola mutya okuba nti kati oluyimba nkakasa olaba abantu balwagala. But osinzira ku kino gane naye kati leero bwe tugenda wano craving heavy abeereko ku playlist.
It's Bafan Bawayo, A Moment of Request, and it's one of the popular songs they always ask for. So I get to perform it as many times as they want. So nendala zonna, because there's so many songs that weren't so popular among the masses but had that core of fans. There's another one called Tuatisa, then Fwa. Of course I shot the video, but twalo nawo zine nyimbe zakuwenye ku ground kati zazibikanyo, but they were all amazing records. Era nziyimba when I go to an audience and I have enough time, for sometimes ogenda ku set nga bakwadde dakikana 1 hour. If I'm to sing all of my music, I can be on stage for over like 2.5 hours or even 3. Yeah.
That's nice.
So just in Kubako bangers, nezo like nyimbe ntono people that they hold dear to their hearts. Then nineyongera.
Gwamanyinga hit mekazo ina so far?
Honestly, I don't have count right now, but I think they're not more than 10.
10 hits.
Those are the hits.
Yeah.
Nga ndowooza nga ine nyingi.
Kati yantu chandege
zayogedde.
I think ku Lofit the EP kwaliko satu. You can't count Crazy Lover. Then ku African music kwaliko Maya, Bamtutedda, Maje, Pate Mood, Slow Dancing.
Those are all hit songs.
Then I think that was it. I can't say Egg for You was a banger. Then Netuja, 10 over 10 was...
There.
Yeah. Then Masavu, Katakone Zeye Satu. I think there could be like 9 songs.
How do you determine a hit song?
Honestly, you can never tell. But instead of saying the hit songs is better than something similar, like the simplicity in melody, the catchy melodies, the simplicity in lyrics, and the instrumentation, because it's very important. Eranze bwemba wa kuyimba bamututeta bade moged. No, now they are 10. Yeah.
Hits.
So inzira wemba ngendo kola track okumanya nti this can potentially be a big song. Mutandikira ku instrumentation. Most of my songs, of course, we start from scratch. There's some songs already Nganasanga producer when he had already formulated the track. Nenjimba, for example, nga Bamtutedda. Nasanga already kusema anine sim ngoma yagikubyedda. And that is a singer nekwina mino nasanga already kusema ngoma yagikubyedda. I think the rest of the records nga we build from scratch, but I'm very intentional on how I want you to play my track. So most of the times I always contribute. If I want you to play for me a certain melody or a certain groove, mzija ne reference. Like it's very hard for me. Yeah, it's very hard for me to go to studio when I don't have an idea of what I really want. I always do. And of course, sometimes it doesn't work out. Not dio, no koma no iya. But it's most importantly, engoma. In like kasoko bengoma n'enyuma kinyambako okuyiya kuba oba okuba wali eringa nange
melody zijja buzi.
Yeah. So also the simplicity and relatability. Sometimes you can sing a simple line, but then you've sung it in a way that makes it sound normal. And then sometimes we can all sing here, I love you, I love you, I love you, but one person can sing it in a different way that makes it sound it's as if it's usual, but then it sounds fresh. So music is very dynamic and it varies. You can't have like a template to always follow.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Change kubeera behind your head ng'ogenda owandiika oluyimba, because one thing kyembuuza personalable lwaki ennyimba ze azaagala nnyo agamba nti engeri gy'osimplifying ebigambo simplicity eyo nti osobola okuyimba kati nga luno oluyimba lw'olupya olwa Addict alina akalayini gy'asinga okwagalamu algorithm n'agamba nti engeri gye wakijjeemu kibadde simple nnyo.
Honestly, there's talent. Sometimes I do things unknowingly. Like, yeah. Kati waliwo wenzija, like, there are days when you come to work and you're actually in rhythm.
Golimu vibe.
Yeah. Kati nze bwenkera ku makya and I'm in that space, I utilize it. I make sure, because it's kyekyo kibagamba ffe creative, we don't follow a procedure. Wekikwatidde wokubira. But I try as much as possible to not make things complicated. That's the easiest way. And I'm literally an overthinker. Like I'm a freak when it comes to overthinking. I think I have overthinking tendencies, but I always have people that tell me, bro, when you say tusigale, like I have people that always keep me in the frequency. And nekinyambako okulimba okulumaliriza.
Who are those people?
Of course, my producers. I always listen to them. Katulaba ne oluyimba lwa Addict. Nali nina ebintu bingi bye njagala okyusa banga nakweka project. Yeah, he told me don't come back. Project teriiwo. There's nothing to do. Of course, I was frustrated, but then now it makes sense. Ne kusema ng'olusa ngamba kwata ebisumuluzo n'omugulira agende waka. Yeah, they chase me out of studio. Yeah, so I try to listen to them. I always do listen to them because it always helps and it gives a different picture to what I do. It's not always my
What does one thing that actually boosts your creativity and even the writings? Because abambaga amanti kati nganze ni mundu wa mukwano. Singa nali nsobola okuyimba. Mukwano gwangu gwa ddala gwe nina. Nine suubi tuwe nkuteeka kazi ndalo kuno. Barahima abali balabira ddala nga kyadala.
Oh yeah.
Kati what boosts your creativity? You do love songs.
Yeah.
Mukwano gwa ddala or just creative that way?
I'm very imaginative. Very, like I'm always in my head. I create scenarios in my head. That is why kyangu nnyo kunyigira nga twina nakyokoze because I've created.
So creating
So I'm very imaginative, very, and it helps. The interesting part is the stuff that I always imagine turn out to be reality because as the music is put out in to be consumed, you find that people relate to whatever idea you imagine and put it and midwifed it into reality. So I think being one of the greatest writers, you have to be very imaginative. And being such a great storyteller, you have to be very imaginative. Like, you create a scenario, you're always like riding on hypotheticals. So I think it's one thing about, of course, some of the music that I make is real life story, and some I've had it. Some I've like had an encounter, and I'm like, oh, this is an interesting situation to make music about. So it depends. Music toina kubana kativa. The moment you do that, it messes you up. It puts you in a box.
We're dumb.
Yes. Always, you would be shocked. Like I can just leave this place. I sing about you guys. Yeah, so it's that dynamic.
Nti ekyagisobola kikola nga avudde wano
I can't disclose that right now. But I can't rule it out being a possibility.
Where does Azawi rank mu ba songwriters betwakabira nabo mu Uganda music industry?
Honestly, I'm not the type that blows my trumpet, but I appreciate people that really rate me highly. Of course, I've proven myself with the things, like I've done a couple of bodies of work out there. Some of them, like I have 2 bodies of work that have been major hits. Lofit, ne African music. Like the project that brought me to the scene, and then the iconic project, African music, that put me everywhere. I think that's the project that set my footprint in the industry, that this girl knows what exactly she's doing. So, but sija gamba nzobolooza nze number M. Well, if you think I'm number 10, I'm also okay with it. Yeah.
Oyogedde ku African music. Kizibu nnyo okubuuza omuntu ayagala music albums ezakasinga mu bukyanga music wa Uganda abeerawo n'atateekamu African music. What's the magic? Kiki wakozesa ekyo ennyimba eziriko abantu bazaagala?
Yeah.
Yes.
First, I think it was a fresh mind. Like, omanyi oba wakatuuka mu kifo, you just do whatever comes to your head. You don't overthink. And that plays, that's why they always say nti omuyimbi music we gwasooka okutanga yakatandika yabeera yoyo, because you're so naive and how can I, do they say oblivious, the word, to the critiques, to the systems of the industry, to what everybody thinks. So it's just you and your work. And I think that was it, because some of the records that were on African music, this was music that I had made even before Swans Avenue signed me.
Oh.
Yeah, so even the time that I had, like, to make that album, because I made it for a couple of 3 years or something.
That's nice.
Yeah, so time played a part, but also the fact that I was so naive to whatever everybody's gonna say. It was just me and my music, and that's why the story about that entire project was relatable and everybody loved it.
Kale njagala tutandikira awo era tuddemu kati ate tubeere ng'abaddemu obuto. Azawi tugenza okufuna mu kiseera nga kisava nnyo ba creatives ensonga ya copyright law yeriwo right now. You've been vocal when it comes to the entertainment industry and how it operates day in, day out. Ebintu ebimu biraba, you're outspoken, n'obyogerako on how you feel and everything. Kakati, this is something we've seen, ekidleese all creatives together. Ne betu badilowooza nti bayinza okuba ekintu baali bakyesamba n'obalaba nga bazze wamu. But still we don't see Azawi anywhere. Not at the parliament, not at the celebrations like the ones we had yesterday, not seeing any ex-posts congratulating the country for such a milestone. Why is
ne wali parliament weetaabitegeera abayimbi ne bagenda ne balaga solidarity ku exawo. Azawi yasigala
yasirika. Why are you playing a deaf ear card? It's happening, but you're keeping in your zone.
Honestly, I can't have an opinion on everything, because I feel like every artist was audible about this and I'm in agreement with them. So if I don't have anything really important to say, it's better I just keep quiet. It's not like I undermine them or whatever they have achieved. It's just that I don't find myself adding anything important to this conversation.
Really?
Yeah, rather than just appreciating. Maybe I might not declare it publicly, but it must seem whenever I get a chance to end. Interviews since the ones that I made Kuros and Rhyme, I've been applauding. And the entire team. We were nze nkimanyi ekyo kye twakoze kwabadde nga kuzaala mwana. Ekiddako we wali tagale. When we figure that out, then that's when I know that this entire thing is not just about hype or it's not a facade. It's actually serious business. Because the technicalities of implementing such a bill in a young industry, like ours, where some places tewali internet, some places tewali what technological advancement that would be required to actually implement this bill and whatever it's about.
Yes.
Kati nze nkyalabawo gap nyingi nti we might celebrate right now, but then in actual sense
celebrating ebyo byanswa
nga bule gyetulimu. So me, I'm waiting for the next phase to see how the implementation of this copyright is gonna have like a middle ground, because tulina abantu abatwagala endongo yaffe naye ate nga n'obusobozi sede nga tebalina nnyingi, naye ate nga ajja kwagala waba alinamu akaasa ajja kasonda aweza omutwalo ajja kushakulabe oba nge Arua, oba bw'aba alinamu data ku internet ye, bw'aba alina smartphone nakudownloadinga nakuwuliriza. But kati akabaala akali ekoboko akakuba music wange ogenda kakozesa amaanyi ge gamu agaani nga nonivi asegera oba wagenda beerawo like the prices are going to be relative to the setup of the place, the turnover, you know, the incomes. So kati nze nkyalabawo ebintu bingi, like so many gaps that we need to fill. That's why I'm not really excited. Yeah.
Is it a win for the Ugandan musicians over we are celebrating that a bit?
Right now it appears so, but for me I think there are going to be some unpleasant repercussions. Yeah.
Like?
On the side of the stakeholders that we work with, nga bwe nkugambye titulina omuntu ali ezombo talyangana ku nnyama, maze emyaka n'emyaka talya nnyama naye awuliriza endongo yo akyamako wali n'agulayo kakabaawo ka 5 ne bamukuba disco. Kati gwe copyright enforcer ogenda mukola otya? Oba abantu abamu mugenda excludinga nti bano bo bakyeyiiya katubaleke they won't collect. Also, won't people find loopholes in this implementation? Kubanga waneno, literally when you have money and you have a lot of connections, you can get yourself out of literally anything. Won't people that have this kind of power fuck us up? Nti yantu tulumbye mezo bakubye endongo yaffe for this long, so tubabanja sente zino nyingi ate ne tuyingira mu law mu kooti biki. So bwe tutwala nonivi mu kooti olw'okuba tebadde tesasula, we are literally taking them out of business, because oyinza okera ku makyanga nonivi tugibanja billion namba ya royalties ezirina
ekibuuzo
okitegeera. So I think as artists we should be happy that of course we have crossed the first line, but then the bigger job is the one ahead. Kubanga eno industry ekyali ka baby nto nnyo okwenforcing amateeka gano with the vegan, the aggressiveness nga US jerina or even maybe Nigeria. So we just have to find a middle ground. Sinti buli omu anyigire ngale nga batusasula naye ate kubanga omuntu wekoboko maybe wansasula 10 oba 5 nja kitegeera kubanga sente akola ki
naye owe Kampala ye.
Man,
would you agree with the people that say industry affair yabadde ready for the copyright law?
I think I can understand their sentiment when it comes to that, because nekirala n'endongo yennyini tenagumira endongo yennyini tulina ogitereeza. I think our first focus, of course, copyright is one of the infrastructures that we have to, work on and, align and, whatever. Naye kati mulimu ebintu ebirala bye tulina otereeza. First of all, endongo yo the core. Kwanza kankubulire endongo, but fa abayimbi ekituvuga kyetutambulirako muziki. Because now let me also tell you, we also have to understand what is the cost of consuming music from outside relative to the cost of consuming music here. If consumers banakitegeera nti the cost of consuming music outside, which is of a better quality, is cheaper than consuming music here, that is how they're gonna.
Azawi, make it make sense. O consuming endongo okuva ebweru kiba kitya cheaper ku consuming endongo ya wano.
Anti kati oyinza okusanga nti nga implementation yeri si yamanyi nga they can easily forward go kuba mateeka ageri si tibajja kujja copyright yeri oba abantu beri baje enforcing obanga there is a way they can easily bypass it ne waneno jukira ba enforcers batuliko buli kimu kyokola bakola ki
kutaya
bakulaba
bakambiri mu police
ati kati eno police yemu yejjera okusaba sente z'omu Nigeria amanyi gekozesa okusaba sente z'omu musician owa Nigeria jejjani lyerimu lyegenda okukozesa okusaba royalties z'omuyimbi wa wano. Also the quality abantu abakola better quality omuntu atadde emitwalo 15 mu video gwokutte video ya miliyoni emu 2 mwena mwagala sente zezimu so kati wakyaliwo ebintu bingi bye tulina okutunulamu ne tubyekkaanya weewaawo nze ne musanyivu nti kati eddaala erisooka twalibuuse n'ekirala kati n'obuzibu we buli nti already nekyetugoba tetukitegeera. We don't understand what is copyright. Abayimbi bonna era n'omukulembeze yaffe yabadde example
kubeera mbadde njagala kubuuza
okitegeera naye ye simunenya abantu abamuli emabega I think they were the people who are supposed to be more proactive to inform him because he's the face of this entire thing. Tebatamuleka kola bland eyo because now his credibility about this entire thing because it was an honest mistake but it had an impact. Era buli muyimbi yabadde nagamba kati ate jjukira the generation of artists that we are right now, we are erudite tusomye. We are no longer riding on the other goonish behavior anti muli bayaye muli like tubitegeera. And of course the entire thing of obtaining the copyright, for me, it felt like an elusive idea, something that was really hard to achieve. But yes, we are here. But obviously, can you obtain optimum results of something that you do not understand?
Azawi, copyright gwekitegeera otya? Nosonga abantu atulabosobola tuyambako n'okibanyonyola because abayimbi abasinga nalwaki bali mu celebrating bagamba nti wemba mbadde nvuga paso copyright kezze Range Rover enkutte.
Ekisookera ddala mu lulimi olwangu yange copyright kwe kuba the moment you create something by default it becomes your own property.
You own it.
The thing as to why it's good, it's very advisable to register your work is just to protect yourself in case of legal disputes. Nti oyina obukakafu obulaga nti kino
this is my stuff.
This is my stuff. So, yes. And of course I've seen so many people say what does neighboring rights mean, stuff like that. Initially, copyright only catered for composers. Abayiya.
Yes.
People that made the underlying music. Nti we're creating a melody, lyrics, you arrange, you're a lyricist, what chord progression, be protecting the underlying music. Omuntu omulala yenna it protects your work from being duplicated by other people without your authority.
Yes.
But then they figured that the work of the song doesn't stop at just the underlying music. You have to turn that song into what I would say a release-worthy form, which happens more post-production process. That is why you create the master. Chiringanga bwetufumba emmere nti gwe naawe tuli bafumbi bwetumala ofumba emmere nejja netuvaawo kati waliwo alina ogikima agiteeke ku sowaani ateeke akate agitereze bulungi nnyo agiteeke kati ezo awo that is where the record labels come in. So the traditional copyright only catered for composers and
for Azawis.
But then they realized that they had to create another sister that would work adjacent to the traditional copyright. That is why Vajita neighboring, because it complements the tradition. Without the traditional copyright, there is no this neighboring. I want to remember neighboring rights, related rights or something.
Neighboring rights, Tanzania.
No.
South Africa.
It's just the Terry copyright protecting a webana fumbe mere. Then never creating a wendala in protecting a making a sure anti mere. It is sub bulungi, tebaba menu. kujitwala wantu walala. Those are the things.
Neighboring rights kyetegeeza ekyo.
Yeah, it works adjacent to the traditional copyright that only catered for composers. Kati bano ba record labels na always jira. Nizigamba nti kati faba owning. For example, I would say Swans Avenue owns the masters of my new song, Addict. Era buli olimba ono replaying in a public setup. They collect those royalties from radio, TV. Kati nga waneno nti eno program egenda kulabibwa abantu bangi. When you play the song, the royalties is going to vako. Jan is collecting. For composers, for them, what they get are called mechanical royalties. Every time someone like you download a song on your phone, this is not public setup. You download the song on your phone, or no streaming, there's a reproduced copy that comes from the master. So our for royalties. So Boba Katinganze, for me, I'm a composer, I write music, and then I'm the artist. So it's also the same thing for like. Nzifuna kati mulimu abayimbi abamu nga tajja funa ku composer money because siye yawandiika okitegera ye ajja funa ku zino ezijja after the master has been administered and exploited to generate what royalties through licensing, syncing, byonna ebyo na collecting mu buno obu public setup. So kati n'abayimbi obuzibu bwe balina tina ebintu bino tetubitegeera. So kati kankulireko n'abalala abantu abagenda okugwamu eno trick. Because now you realize that there's some marketing agencies that are very good at exploiting these numbers. Bajja ne bakugamba for us tugenda kukuwa ba bots. They just stream your music. Ng'omuntu omulaba kuba na following nene na streams nene. Kumba baina farm ene mabega. Inflating what?
Numbers.
The numbers. So era bayimbi don't teba kulimba and you fall for that trap no entering into that agreement, because the moment these streaming platforms find out that your music is inflated, the streams of your music is inflated by bots, they can even put down your entire catalog.
It's like boosting.
Yeah, era ku bank omuntu mulaba waneno aina 20 million, 50 million, nenga ku back end yeno kwa
there's no money.
Teri ngaina milioni 5 kaga. So artists mubere careful.
Whatever waliwo abakikola.
I can't say no or I can't say yes, but
because it is hard to tell.
Yeah, it is very hard. Ori ekali ku back end. Yabamanyi. Era kati abamu bayinzo chivimbiramu because when your numbers are many, there's a certain credibility that it attaches to your brand or whatever, to your craft. Naye nga mazima ogamanyi eno musajja naba afuna buswazi. So stick with your genuine core fan base. Ofuna kakati nenga togudde mu track weyo. Kuyingiza boots. Some record labels do it, some marketing agencies do it, some individual managers do it. Nebafiriza omuyimbi bwe bati. Kati era bwe mwawukana. Ngezo numbers zidde ku original.
Nga bazijjako.
Byonna nga
kiyika. robots.
Kiyika. So
firimu ngekula.
Does this mean nti kati abantu balina okugenda individually? You don't have to actually subscribe with any distributor or something.
You have to. Because abayimbi abasinga bino bintu babitegeera. Mukama jasa alina kuyamba okole n'omuntu ngali honest. Ngali honest. They are there. We have Kelele, we have which one else? There's so many. So like toyina kukkiriza buli omu. Olina omwekanyako oba mutunulire engeri gy'abadde akola emirimu gye. Because mulimu abayimbi abamu nga bambi catalogue ye yagiteekayo tamanyi nakigenda amaaso. Nga ne catalogue eyo bane access abalina access to his money. Bantu bangi gwokanya kulaba ze bakuwadde zeezo okitegera but nga tomanyi na ssente zo ngeri ani azijjayo okitegera. Yeah, so
according to what you have explained, I think the artists need to learn something from you. Have you took the step omanye ku before ebimu ku bayimbi bwe bekungaanyiza like UNMF, you be part of this and like actually share some advice and ideas towards people? Kati UNMF you need to be part of that or UMA or something.
Honestly, nzo kujjako nga they reach out to me ne bangamba manyi zawedde come and serve oba jangu otuwabulemu waneeno. But ekintu ekyo bw'okyeteekamu kati kankule abantu eyo bali eyo buli omu anoonya waayita like bintu bya
kikono
ogenda kulya ekifo kyange ogenda kulya ekimugenda kati when you know what you know you just sit back. Kubanga abantu bayinza n'okugamba weefuula omugezi oyagala okujja.
Kwegezi waza.
So it's important if people realize that your knowledge is required, they reach out and they help, because bagamba bayamba akola ki? Yeyamba. Nze sigenda kukeera wano mbawe magezi gange nga temugansabye. Era nange bwe mba nina amagezi ge nnoonya, I know the right people to talk to. Mukama nze anyambyeko, I'm surrounded by brilliant people, smart people, like tech guys. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do you even get to know this? But I take the initiative to always ask. Era nze soogera ku kintu nga sikikozeeko research sina gwe njogeddeko naye, because I've got to understand that position gye ndimu commanding attention. Oyogera ekintu kimu n'osaaza ekyalo kyo, bazadde bo, mikwano gyo, n'abantu nabo ne bagamba akoze kyaki.
Okusinziira mu by'oyogedde nfunyeemu fear nti omukulembeze w'eggwanga nga tukyalinda signature ye, agenda kufuna abantu, agenda laba podcast bweti
akyalina
adde abagaye nti guys I watched
have you seen Azawi's
bino byayogera musooke mudde ekyo kanga bibona twamaze celebration egyo.
The thing is, artists cannot drive this thing. Tetusobola kubanga aga amagezi tetugalina.
Naye gwe oli muyimbi ate amagezi gago
kati nze kankulireko, what I've shared today is surface level information. Era saagala obeere eyo olowooze nti ndi mugezi. Like surface kati mulimu abantu abalina oku-exploiting like this knowledge, diving deep into it, nakutegeeza what you're supposed to do, system join okola, how you can do it. Kati ekintu kineeno abayimbi balina kiyimirira wala, era nze abakulembeze they have to get people abali well conversant n'ebintu binene, otherwise we're going to be in a back and forth.
So you agree with the people that say abayimbi temulina kwefuga?
Yeah, very kubanze twema fe bituliko is about ego na butaala. Era oli bwakola ekintu ekyakabi abantu wagenda osooka alina bakakasa ngadda ku muzindaayo
yakola press conference.
Yes, wekitegera byebyofe bye twagala ne bakuwaana biki, but the real work tetugisobola. We don't even have that time. Olina okulowooza ku tune kati abasajja abirawo ne kasekise kamudde no kamuzeeri alimu eno inbox alimu eri anafuna ddi obudde obulowooleza industry namba.
But Eddy is doing an amazing
He's doing an amazing job, but he cannot do it. Anyuma kubeera face.
Mu butuufu bwayo. Afuneko abalala.
Yes, anyuma kubeera face. Ate kati abamuliko emala tebalina kuba bayimbi.
They have to be these people.
Yeah, because ekimuliko ekirungi, he commands attention. The moment that man stands to speak, buli omu awulira. Ne waba bamanyi eti byagitalina kyabagamba kyabakulu, he commands that audience. So, ye alina obeerawo nga face. Then, tufune bakalimagezi.
Si bali mu kikola kuba emabega wenda bayo babeta.
Singa babaddeyo tebandimuganyiza kola ensobi gye yakoze. Kubanga twaswadde.
Correctings.
And we appreciate that because ensobi ye yagitegedde. But those are the kind of, you can't afford to make those kinds of mistakes.
Azawi bagamba oli omu ku bayimbi abafudde ekintu kya copyright kino political. Nti goli mukivugira nnyo ku side ya politics.
Era kiri political.
How?
Ate kati omusolo ogunaavaayo gunalagawa. It's all political. There's politics involved in it. Because the moment ekintu batandika ki-implementing, n'omusolo gugenda kubeera nga gukimibwa. By the way, abasajja ba URA, they're very serious. Wekitegera. Era tulinawo era n'embeera gye tuli mu kudiringa nayo nabo, but we're going to sort it out. Wekitegera. But bo baagala musolo gwabwe, and they have a right to demand for it because we are operating in a system buli omu akola ki asasula omusolo.
Omusolo.
Yes, we pay. We pay. Buli sente gyenkola oba buli show gyenkola bajjako VAT. Wema akoze million 10, 18, mutwalo zonna ne withholding tax, they take that money. Wekitegera. Kati eno copyright wejja ate nga kasente katandise okuŋŋaanyizibwa. Bagena, they have every right to demand.
Traveling Azawi.
Yeah.
Oyina ku nsi z'olabye nga zirina copyright ezikola obulungi.
Yeah.
And how does it work?
Kati anti bo bali civilized. Like kibana kya buswavu kwesa ekintu nga tebakimuwadde. kati culture tetugiranga fe tuli babbi
kitandikira kuba wansi
omuntu weva ayagala kubba bubbi ebintu akola ebyabwerere bintu byafungula buli wamu wano naye eri it's prestigious if somebody purchases a CD of your album yagamba nagigula yagisigninga nogisigninga can you imagine like ye culture gye bainstilize ne wano obubbi buli wamu buli omu ayagala kubba buli kimu baagala kyabwerere so kyovulaba nezo sentences zewalira ddala like there's a certain stain I don't want nabadde nnako abasajja be nabaddemu somewhere basajja ba NRM koli bali mu government nikati man erinnya lyaffe lyanafuye bagamba twabawadde ssente mukyayagala ki temuddamu kutuleekaanira
boba kirabwe bati
twabayambye twabazze wano muli banaku
naye Azawi nga bakira ku macha government newa abalimi abasuubuzi
kakulire nze ndi superstar
kitegeeza ki
nze ni musana tonnafuya
tayine kulinyirira
nze nze abamba
tebakubamba
ongamba otya nti ndi mukomba box bwe bye nabaddemu eyo ngamba gamba bannaye nze salyadde kuki ne mugamba ye mukulu wammwe twamuwa ssente mwe muli baana mugende tolina kyakulya gende ewa kitaawa mmwe wuno gwe twawa ssente
bwe batulaba.
How did you feel nga bagamba
like it diminished me. I felt so like I shrunk in.
Neweveera mu Luganda.
Yeah, it deflated me. Kwanza ndi superstar.
Muto kuna fuyana fuye
muli bamasiikini. Oh my God.
What's your thought about government okuwa bayimbi ssente?
Nze si kibi naye the system as in the way the bali mutuwa ssente nze gye ndaba nti yes ejja kuyambako kyeyambe but teri sustainable. Let me tell you, omuyimbi asobola okublowinga emitwalo 5 egya $, in a night. In a night. Naziblowinga. Kali nayingidde mu kifo ayina olaga kunakola open bar. Nagamba njagala mukube music wange kuva wembadde wano paka wengenda buli omu kyayagala mu kimuwe.
Open bar buli omu alye. Ne
balya. Kali naavaawo ne gangi yaawo n'abateeko bakanyonyi ka private ka chattered ne bagenda ne basula mu state endala.
Bagende Zanzibar.
Bino byonna no content asasamaza abantu. Era nga bagamba oyo mubede. You see artists do it. Segira. Twabadde tulina ka video ke nadenda aba Jay-Z Kanye West. Yabadde abuuza ku DJ Khaled. Ninga buli omu apakinze jet ye ne beebuuzaako buli nga bwe munogamba apakinze wali akamotoka ko.
Nga twebongako obwebonzi nga tupakuboda.
Buli nayingira jet ye nayingira.
Be bayimbi.
Yes. Kati omuyimbi star. Kyekiba kye ekitiibwa kyaffe kati okuva gavumenti we yatuwadde ssente eno kati n'abantu ba gavumenti batuyita bamasikiri tulina okulwana ennyo okukijjayo eyo.
Eyo gyotambulidde gavumenti tebadde involved mu industry y'abayimbi.
Ebali, that's why the politicians of other countries are more hands-on. Like afuna omuyimbi like it's si bya mawulire bano tujja titubayambye afunayo obuyimbi bwenga bonna.
Na pushinga.
Ne bube nabera background investor. Karinze aba politician ba wano banatandika okukola bold moves bwezityo. Of course, buli business eberamu losses, right? But wobo yagala obutala bwaffe kubanze nkoye abasajja abo eva okutunoonya nga bazze muki mu campaign
mu kuvimba kubavimbisa
ne batuvimbisa ne batutegekera ekyemisana ne bw'omugamba nti mpaayo emitwalo 10 tupika abaana emitwalo 10 ejaddo tupikeyo abaana 2 3 nga tandika okusinikirako ebintu
basinika bo
okitegeera
so simu abeeyonoonera
kankubulireko industry kigwe gy'omanyi nti eri clean buli industry ine ebintu byayo and kakulireko art is a very bad very difficult people to deal with. That is why most of the times actually investors invest in you because they can trust you with their money. Waliwo okubeera ng'oli talented but ng'oli akimanyi tasobola kutrustinga na ssente ajja kutekamu ssente zookere ku makya obulewo.
Tuli bayaye.
Tuli bayaye. But that shouldn't discourage you from investing in the, of course ssente zizo nayenze if you obobo claiming anti otwagala nnyo era kyetukola okivaliwenga, do something like that. There are so many talented kids here that just need nga yetaagamu busi ya mitwalo egi ngeyongereyo obulamu bwe but sente baziblowinga muki mu bintu birala. Of course sente zaabwe era balidde mbozikozesa kye baagala but I think it's high time they start kubanga kitandika na politician omu natandika okkirizisa balala industry industry eri viable, it has something about it, we should give it a try.
For me, I think abasinkana abakulembeze bano, I think they were misguiding information ezimu obeza enjawulo. Take a look. Lero lwakuna, what if they organize a meeting, you and His Excellency?
Nze sagala ku meeting oyo mwami mukulembeze waffe
tebuhabulwa ne bakutuuza naye bagamba Azawi omukulembeze wuuyo soka omugambe byoyagala omugamba ku industry.
Kankubulireko nze saawa zino setaaga ku meeting mwami oyo kubanga abantu abamanyi ekyokukola abamwetoolodde bwe bali bangi,
so believing atoyina kyoyinza kukyusa
just
basalawo butamugamba
the zeal to make the decision to take on this the right way
bamubuza
yekyaganye like I don't know, it's maybe it comes from a cowardice behavior, but you have to be brave like kubanga bas ali gwe kakulye ko ono president wa gwanga mulamba, of course he has to be surrounded by the most brilliant people in the world. True. Abali smart lawyers from every aspect, music law, whatever, civil law, byonna babalina.
Yes.
They just
on ali practical yetoleddwa bayimbi bakikukusemba Kenzo.
So msajja, by the way, tumunenye katono, it's too much. Eddy, it is too much. It is too much. It is too much for him. Just rakwanti yasalawo achimire.
Kyechinji.
Okitegera. Anti kati munaye bwoba kubanga akutadde mu mudumu gwa sente. Olina okugumira buli kijja. Yeah. Gwa sente obotegeeza kyanzo. Nti ye ya receiving sente na dispatching walala. So he has to face whatever ekijja. So ebimu bibera complicated for him nga biri beyond his understanding. And for me, I have to give him some grace. That is why abantu abamwetoolodde omukulembeze abamanyi ekyokukola be balina osalawo, otherwise bino byonna bigenda kubanga tukola byabwe.
Ati Azawi bwe nkugambidde bamwetoolodde bamubuza, Azawi bakutuuzizzaawo naye mugambe ebigamba abiteeke mu nkola, oyinza mugamba ki?
Kiki kye batamugambye?
Tetumanyi.
Kyogamba tebabimugambye byonna.
We don't know by information gye babawa tebagituusa. Can now you get a chance?
Honestly,
His Excellency, mubuli ku industry natambule tebakyuse eki bagobaani ba.
I think the people, the president or the government has to work with. First of all, they have to be the stakeholders. Abantu abateeka sente mu music, regardless. Muno tulinamu ababia, abomwenge.
Yes.
Muno tulinamu the record labels. Yeah? Communication companies.
Yes.
Ezo baba taziyite ku table nga abayimbi bafunemu omwo ate nga bakulu nga tebali gotistic nga tebali carried away by the fact that bagenda tubba nga ekifaananyi bakirabira wala okitegera. Kale abantu already proving nti they have invested in this industry millions and millions of dollars without government intervention nene basigala nga bakikola. Abo be bamanyi endongo yaffe wogiteeka. Those are the only people.
Si bayimbi.
Abayimbi. Ffe kankulireko ffe tuli ba butaala, buze Range Rover, kuye hit song, I'm chilling with the baddest bitch around town. That's it. Let me tell you, that's it. Nze ndi muyimbi, mmanyi abayimbi bwe tulowooza.
Yes.
Nze mbamanyi. Tukomaawo. Tebasukkawo. Engoye ez'akabi. Nsuzeewa mfaananye ntya
kana kike nnina
awo kakuli awo n'oluyimba nakubeera na sente ku account and you blow it. Yes, ne black card awo kakuleko teri muyimbi alina bwongo busukkakaawo
ebirooto
nga nange neetaddemu
badde manyi badoli naawe mwoli.
Yes. So if I have money on my account, I can afford whatever I want. Ate kati mwemba baga zaki. Nkubye tune zange zakabi abantu bazinyumira. For me that's it. Nkuyimbi dolimba lukusanyisiza gwa omuntu wa wansi. Oli happy. Nze kye kisinga okumpa essanyu. Ebisigadde nti ate industry GDP rate make inflation rate eriwa. That is not my job.
Kale Azawi nga tunatera okukuta twogereko ku kintu kino ekya digital. Olowooza omwana ayinza atya okuboostinga online presence ye at least atandika okufunamu kubanga kati kiri kyobagambye obagobesezza ghost viewers, ghost numbers. Now they need to go organic. Naye kati omwana biki bye yali badde akola ebyo bimuyambeko at least okukuza online presence ye afunemu ng'afuniramu ddala bulungi nnyo. Tubadde tujja wano ogambye Instagram ekwadde monetization. So kati tine app yiyo, Facebook already esasula, YouTube kwe badde subira nti akasente kajja kangi nnyo. Epas yesterday yatulaze nti Spotify omuntu abeera na 1 million listeners wane Uganda naye ng'alinga mu 2,500 omwezi zibeera ntono.
I think the only country that pays some good money over Spotify is Sweden. When you register your Spotify
from there, yes.
Yeah, from Sweden. Ne wane wasigadde temuli kati nze first of all you have to understand city buli omu oli meant okulya ku digital.
Si buli omuntu oli wa Spotify.
Like city buli omuntu kintu kyo.
Mulimu abajja okulya ku stage.
Yeah, like I know like we're going to flood that industry, but not everybody. Kati kiringa agera kuyimba nti oli ajja kuyitawo ontajja kuyitawo. But as time has gone by, people really love relatable content. Ebintu ebitali forced nga kiri seamless.
Ngoli bakiraba connecting na choma.
Nga connecting na choma. Ate nga si kinene nnyo nga sigena tula nkireko. That's why mtu amana asobola okukola ka clip ka seconds 10 and then it blows, goes viral. So kulowooza nnyo na kola research, but also ngera bwegambye the legislators have to come in and help. How are we going to partner with these digital platforms so that we monetize, the content abana gwe bakola nti bafunamu. Era oyo akola ekirungi yafunamu. Oyo atekamu amaanyi yafunamu, just like in any other space. Yes, tandika nekyolina. The phone cut right now, I'm so shocked. This is just masasa kulinga kamera ziberanga munana.
Yeah.
But it's just a phone.
You know how far this stuff go.
Like you just have to be you have to understand how to run one man army. Dalanga twena golina. No chifamba nawe. People that want to help you or jump on your wagon can do as you're progressing. So I can't say so much.
Just relatable content.
Yeah.
Okay. Kati ate era nga tunaterera okutera ddala Azawi. Kimu ku bye twagala osembyayo. On one of the interviews, you mentioned about witchcraft in this industry. Noga eddogo ddyo liyitiridde. Omwana n'akubuuza nti kati mukoze mutya okulyewala ne mubanga mubaddewo naye ng'ate mmwe temuligenzeemu.
Honestly, ekyo nakyogera maybe out of the heat of the conversation.
Oh, yes.
Because nenga mbiwulira timwebiri just doing I think ekireta ebintu webityo and using dark magic is butayagaliza
yalaba Azawi yakajja ayitawa
na mutima mubi. But I believe we can all tusobola ffenna okiyitamu ekisegera. And by the way, I'm also a very spiritual person. Era nalinako gye nagenda. I was in Thailand and a monk like this so deep when it comes to yomoyo. Nengenda Thailand eyo and I met a monk nampaka ntuka nangamba toina kajjako, it has to follow by its own. Kaino okwejjako. So that's why I'm a monk.
Ngakagenda kuyamba ki?
Blessings, even this bracelet. Nakagula because I respected their culture.
Kano kati kano mazina ko bangachi.
Kano nakakagula kano kali myezi nga mukaaga because I was in Thailand I think like 2 months ago or a month. Yeah.
Bobona batekavaako buli kimu.
Tekakalina kuvaako yangamba sina kasula. Of course waliwo wenkuba outfit yange ndaba.
Tekagenzeeko.
But I respect the culture era nakalekako.
Kati Azawi goli wa dini ki? Wanga bwe nabeera nako ndi musiraamu bayinza okugamba nti
ndoza shiriki.
Mumulaba wewe buya ali mushiriki. Kane kati goli wa dini ki?
I think I'm too woke to be affiliated to any religion.
Ogokiriza mu Katonda.
Sikiriza mbirungi bwenkanya kisa kusonyiwa kwagalana nakugabana nze ye Katonda wange.
So
togenda mu church?
Ngenda because sometimes you want to like kusinza with other people. Yeah. Basijja kugamba nti wano nfiirawo era bw'oyogera ku ddiini eno mwana wa maama ngenda kunyiga ekigonti. No? Kubanze nkimanyi eddiini kyesinza okulaba kyekola kutwawula abantu. Ono Katonda waffe eddiini eryaffe lyerisinga ate bino like, and this happens the more you get to know nti bino ebintu byonna just
byansi
byakusibirawo bwatu bwongo. Saagala ku undermining amaddiini. Mulimu abakola obulungi nga bayoya emyoyo gy'abantu negitereera noddamu amaanyi. Because what churches do is, as people always say, they sell hope. So kutunda ssuubi. Kati nange ndi mutunzi wa ssuubi mu ngeri yange mu music gwenkola. So kati sijja gamba nti weewaawo eddiini gye banzaaliramu nali mu Protestant. But olw'okuba nakula nnyo ne maama wange ate mukyala ye Mukatuliki. Ne bampadisa mu Katuliki.
Azawi nga tugenda.
Yeah.
Oyina kufaananyi ke watuwanga oli mu bikini. Lwaki tobutuwa more often?
Walaba internet bwe wagikwata?
Honestly, it was an honest post. Nali simanyi nti you guys are gonna blow it out.
Gwe weetekerayo kantu kono nsirika.
Nali ngenda kuwuga. Segera.
Nogamba wana kamera kwata.
Ndeya kubana, I was alone. I wasn't with anybody. I took this trip alone. Nakwata sente zange. Ez'ekikazi. Neneteekamu $10 ziizo 10 ziizo. Nengenda nenekola ki? Neneteekako in a different space.
Ne wetwala out.
Yeah. So nali ngenze and I'm like, let me just post this. Kumbe.
Gwe tomanyi.
Esimu. By the time I wanted to take down the picture, nga kiri too late. Neze nabagana nimukyala nakula bulungi.
Totolidda mutu waayo kulala.
You never know, like when I'm in the mood, I might. Yeah. But look what baby yangambe bintu bine sidam bikola.
Azawi na baby.
Bye guys. Bye.
Wewe bulungi bwera abanaye.
Yeah.
Baby yakaluyi baby atuyingi.